Hello there everybody, this is Krista and welcome back to Crochet Witch Tarot, and we are here for my... what month are we in? March. I always want to say the month that we are like in right now. These are my March excitements. April excitements are yet to be had. Anyway, we're here for my March excitements, which I've not done one of these videos in a bit while I was kind of reconfiguring my tarot practice. I wasn't sure, since I don't really kind of do things on a monthly basis right now, I wasn't sure if I wanted to continue doing this on a monthly basis, but I decided, you know, I still like having that time marker to talk about things that I've just been enjoying. I think that's fun. So, we are here for March excitements. And as usual, we're gonna start with the just random things, starting with the giant thing on my lap. It is this Mushroom House canister. I found this so randomly in like a TJ Maxx or something. I'm not gonna take the lid off. You don't need to see inside. There's nothing in it. And I just had to have it. Did I need it? No. I am in no need of canisters, so it is not functioning as a canister right now. It is just sitting out as a lovely decoration, and I love it so much. Fabulous. So that's favorite number one. Okay, you can go to the side now. My other really random kind of favorite is a new soap I've been using for the past few months now. I can't remember if I've mentioned this before, but I'm having a slight memory of talking about this soap, but I didn't have it to show because I didn't bring it downstairs. But I've got a brand new bar, so now's the time. It is these Natty Bow Suds soaps. So it is a natural soap. That's not the company though. So this is the company. It is by Moondog. You can find this shop on Etsy. That is where I get it. It is an all-natural soap, and why I wanted to try it was because it is really great for sensitive skin. So if you have any sort of sensitive skin at all, whether it's eczema, psoriasis, acne, amazing, amazing. And I have tried anything and everything. Nothing has worked, but this has been so fantastic. This is the scent Raven, which is cedarwood and sage. It is fantastic. My favorites are Raven and the Downy Ocean. The Downy Ocean bar of soap is made to look like an actual beach with the ocean. I should have brought one of those to show. But trust me, look into it. This bar of soap looks like it's got a beach and like the ocean. It's so beautiful and also smells amazing. But yes, I have loved this company. I feel like I've mentioned it in a favorites before because this isn't like necessarily new to me. I've been using it for a few months, but I feel like with something like soap or skincare, you kind of want to give it a few months before you give it a real review. So here's my real review. It is amazing. I have even tried switching to a different all-natural soap that I just happened to have because I ran out of these. So I switched over to that one. Horrendous. Not that the soap is amazing, but I mean like my skin is so sensitive that it just doesn't really handle a lot of different soaps, unfortunately. So the soap that I had was fine, not that I mentioned even what it was, but this one is totally the way to go. I immediately ordered more because, again, like my skin just was bothering me on the other soap. She also makes a face soap. That is amazing. I use that as well. Anyway, that's a really random excitement. Now we are going to go into the tarot things, because I don't think I had anything else from the month of March to talk about, do I? Oh, I got out all my Cottage Witch pre-orders for the expansion and the base deck, so that was really exciting. I got those all done, and there are, if you missed out on that pre-order, there are extra copies for sale in my Etsy shop. There's plenty of base decks, but if you are interested in the expansion, I do only have, I think, like 8 copies of those. I've got plenty of the base deck, but the expansion packs stock is low right now, so I will link that below. Keep that in mind, I guess. Anyway, so these are still, we're not into the decks just yet, but we're getting there, We are going into the tarot practice realm, and to start, I have a new journal. A new way of journaling. It is a new me. So, as you all know, as I mentioned, I, for the past 2 years, have loved using my Owl and Bones tarot planner. And I do still really love this journal. But it just, this year has just been a total, like, feeling like I need a shakeup. And I think it was Chrissy Bentley here on YouTube who showed a picture of her journal and how she, like, pasted pictures of her readings into it, and I don't know what that sparked inside me, but it was something, and I was like, I need to get a freeform journal, because I do love watching journaling videos. I just kind of assumed it would not work for me. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what switched in my brain, but here we are with a physical journal. It is a rather large one. I know what it is, because the journaling videos I watch, there's a couple different brands of journals that are really popular, it seems, and they are like regular bound journals. I need spiral bound. I don't know what it is, so I am right-handed, so whenever I have to write on the left side page of a regular bound notebook, this has been a thing forever, like since I was a child. I don't know why I just decided to suffer through it. It causes me so much rage. I don't know why. Like, a unreasonable amount of rage to have to write on the left side of the page. Like, I have so many memories of being in school and thinking in my head, like, okay, when I start the day today, is it a left side of the page day or a right side of the page? And that would be my marker of, like, it's gonna be a good day if we're starting on the right side. Which is crazy. I'm revealing a lot right now. Let's stop that. Okay. So, dawned on me, Krista, you can get a spiral bound notebook. You could just do that. You can do that. And then there doesn't have to be a left or right side of the page, because you just do this and, like, it's flat. That's what I need it to be flat. I hate when they're, anyway. So yeah, turns out my whole life I could have just been buying spiral notebooks. Anyway, so the brands that I see most often from the journaling I do watch, which isn't much. I've not delved much into that world, so I could totally be missing something. Anyway, the popular journal brands, they don't have spiral bound. So I went for a hunt on Amazon and just found this one. I don't even know the brand name, but on the front it says, "Enjoy your moment," which I thought was kind of nice. Yeah. It's a dotted one. It is rather large. It's a very large notebook, which I really enjoy. But yeah, I have been loving using this notebook. I have also, I've been adding colors. I have like markers and such, but I also bought sticker paper. I feel like the genius of all geniuses. I'm sure many people already have done this. This is probably nothing new, but to me it's new, and I just feel like such a smarty pants McGee. Sticker paper. And so I take a picture every time, not every time I do a reading, but like the ones I want to journal, mostly my morning ones, and then I put it right in the, how cool is that? That's cool, right? I'm very excited about it if you couldn't tell. So that's my new journal, and it's just been really amazing. I did my first like monthly spread, very inspired by Jess from Jess Reads Cards. And then she tabs hers with washi tape. She doesn't do it this way, but I tabbed it. I'm a journaler now. A new era. Watch out, everyone. Stay tuned for my journaling content. Just kidding. Probably not. Anyway, I did a whole April spread, so these are my decks I want to work with. This is, I'm part of Don Michelle's Weavers, so this is the monthly medicine decks I'm using, my card of the month, and then I'm also part of Cosmic Creepers Patreon. So she does the animal gnosis every month. So I saved a page and I'm doing my animal gnosis all on this page because I like to get very into that practice. I love it. Anyway, that's my April spread. Who would have thought I'd be here speaking to you today on my freeform journaling? I don't know. It's just a new era. Anyway, I feel like that was gonna feed into something else and now I can't think of it. Let's go into the books, because that will lead into my last kind of non-looking at a deck favorite. So I've got two book favorites from the month, and both have to do with practices I started with the spring equinox. So this was kind of towards the end of the month, but it just feels like I've been really in them, you know? So the first is the book Celtic Tree Ogham by Sherilyn Hidalgo. So actually this doesn't start with the spring equinox, that's a lie. I kind of randomly jumped into this, but this year, one of the kind of things I am following is the Celtic Ogham calendar. So this is pretty casual. It's not anything super, super involved that I'm doing. But this goes through each of the Oghams, talks about the tree symbolism and kind of what the Ogham and tree represent, and it puts the calendar dates right in here. So it's very similar to to the next practice, I guess, I'm going to be talking about, but the idea is that you kind of focus on the energy of that tree and that corresponding Ogham for the set amount of time. This is like around a month though, maybe a little less. With that, for now, I am using the Celtic Tree Oracle, which is just pretty simple Ogham cards. They're beautiful though, very beautiful. I am in the works of making my own Ogham deck because I really want one that has keywords on it. So that way when I'm leaving it on my altar, I have those keywords right there as well to kind of remind me of that Ogham energy, because this is new to me. I'm not really super familiar with Oghams, but I do love this one as well. That's the Celtic Tree Oracle. So that's just a little practice I've been engaging with so far this year, and I really do like this book to go along with it. The second book is, can we all guess what my other practices I've gotten into? I definitely have already said it though, so maybe it's not a guess. Anyway, it is the 36 Secrets by T. Susan Chang. So I 100% am doing the deck and walk with Marlena Teresa because it's already been so much fun and so cool, and I love how excited she is about it, and oh, there's nothing I love more than excitement about things, so I am absolutely on that train and having, again, a blast already. But I really loved this book. This is the one, I didn't get really any book for it besides this one. I do think apparently T. Susan Chang has these entries on her blog as well. It's helpful for me to have a hard copy though, otherwise I will forget. Yeah. So, but that's been a really fun practice, and that is gonna... I'm talking so fast. That's going to lead into the deck favorites, starting with the tarot I've been using to display the deck-ins, and that is the Practical Magic Inner Witch Tarot. Come on, there you go. And this is kind of an interesting journey we've had so far, me and this deck. I've not had it for very long. I backed this on Kickstarter, and it came in maybe a few months ago, and I pretty much immediately put it aside because it was one of those decks where I was like, I don't know about that. I don't know if that's gonna work for me. I don't know if we're gonna connect. But it has a very like fall witchy feel to it, so I was like, all right, at the very least though, we're gonna put it aside until fall and see how that goes. But starting this deck and walk, to put cards on display, I wanted some that were a little bit, not simpler to look at, but I didn't want cards out that were super busy. And then it was also a thing of like, if I'm leaving these cards out, well, a lot of my decks I really love to use all the time. So I was like, well, I don't want to have to like shuffle them back in and then find them again. So I wanted it to be a deck that for the most part I was going to be okay with leaving cards out and not really using the deck to like read for myself. And so immediately this deck caught my attention because I was like, well, I don't really feel like I want to read with this deck right now, and I do think these simple images would look really cool on display. And oh my gosh, doing that with this deck has totally changed the game for me when it comes to how I view this deck. It's just working out so well for this deck and journey so far as display cards because the images are simple, so it's not overwhelming to like see on display, but they're really clever and really cool. So for example, we're in the Three of Wands right now. And here's the card for the Three of Wands, and it's showing how this person is almost doing this spell work where they wrote down their spell and are burning it and letting it float out the window. So really this kind of like manifestation, actionable energy, and it's just a really unique way, I feel, to show that. And then we've got this moon phase here. I don't know. It's a really, really cool depiction, and I'm finding that that's the case with all of the cards. It's like there's not too much happening on here, but everything is purposeful, and it's just been really cool. I'm looking over here because I've got it right there on my desk. It's just a really cool thing to pretty consistently look at throughout my day and just think about the symbols on there. But yes, I'm not like, I had no plans to stick to keeping a certain deck out for the cards, but I really do see myself continuing on, at least for quite a while, with this deck as my deck and display deck, you could say. So yeah, that is an absolute favorite this month. Practical Magic Inner Witch. Moving on to the rest of the decks I have to show, we're going to start with a practice I started at the beginning of the month with the aforementioned Chrissy Bentley. She put out a video, I think it was towards the beginning of the month, about, it was a tag, 7 decks for 7 chakras, to go along with her Narrative Alchemy Tarot, which is a tarot oracle, and it breaks up the tarot cards into the 7 chakras and puts a keyword on them. And so I was already getting this deck when she put that tag up, and I was so excited about it because the whole concept was Chrissy was picking out 7 decks to go with each of the chakras and beginning her day by pulling one of these cards and then using the tarot to the corresponding chakra. And that, the beginning of the month was definitely tough for me, and so I really just was feeling very uninspired with my tarot practice and just not really wanting to engage with it. And this deck and this practice totally brought it back to life for me because it really gave me this little bit of structured way to totally change it up. And it was so much fun. I didn't end up doing this for the whole month, but I did it for a solid 2.5, 3 weeks, and it was so fantastic. It's still something that I go back to every once in a while because it's just fun. And I really do love this deck. The keywords are fantastic. The guidebook is fantastic. It's just, even if all that happened was getting myself re-excited this month about tarot, it's worth it, but it has done so much more. So, absolute favorite, the Narrative Alchemy Tarot, which you can find on Make Playing Cards. Alrighty. My other 2 favorites I've been using nonstop this month are the 2 decks coming out soon from Andy. And I've shown both of these already, but this is the Animal Guide Oracle. And I have used this daily since I got a copy from her. And it is so fantastic. The pre-orders did just close yesterday, but I have no doubt that there will be some way to get a copy afterwards, so I will put a link to Andy's shop below if you are interested in that. You can save her shop and just, you know, keep up to date on that. But this is just like the animal deck for me. It's got everything I want an animal deck to do. It's got so many animals. I do have a full walkthrough of this deck if you're interested in seeing that, but this has seriously gotten daily use from me since getting it. So fantastic. So that is the Animal Guide Oracle. And then, you all know how I feel about the Feel Your Chakras deck. It's one of my favorites. But Andy came out with a sticker edition. It's this little, this little mini pocket-sized travel version of the deck. And she sends it in this plastic carrier, so you get this, and she's sending them out with sticker sheets. So these are stickers I decorated that I just had, but anyone who pre-ordered a sticker edition will be getting a sticker sheet. But it makes this deck this absolute adorable size, and Andy added on all these little stickers, so they look like name tags that, like, everyone got their own stickers to decorate their name tag with. And so it is the same fabulous Feel Your Chakras deck, but in this portable version that is so stinking cute. And there is also now more Crown Chakra cards. The other Feel Your Chakras had just 3 cards to represent the underactive, balanced, and overactive, but now it has more cards with actual phrases, just like the other chakras do in the deck. So that is really cool as well, and I'm very excited about that. But isn't this just the cutest thing? Oh my gosh, it's so stinking cute. And look at the backs. So good. It's like this deck is always calling me out on everything, but at least it, you know, now it's really cute. I love this. I'm obsessed with that carrier. It's so cute. All right, what else do I have to show today? I've got the Black Salt Tarot, which this is the prototype version sent to me so kindly by Logan of Larkin Legend. This tarot also just wrapped up on Kickstarter and it funded, so that's so exciting. So if you did not back this on Kickstarter, I'm sure, again, there will be a way to get the deck once it officially comes out. But this, I had to include this because I have just been reading with it so consistently since I got it, and it has become such a fast favorite of mine. I love the pip style of it. I love the holographic effect also. But they're like really clever pips, you know, where there's the symbology embedded in there that gets you to the meaning of the card, and I just think it is so cool, and I really love the majors. It's just a really well done, beautiful deck that I have been enjoying so much. So again, I had to include it in my excitements because it has been so exciting for me to use this month, and this is one that it's like, it just never goes away. You know, or like I never put it fully away, because I read with it so often. It's so good. So that is the Black Salt Tarot. Now I think I've just got 3 more things technically to show, but 2 of them are a pair. Alright, so then next we've got the Hellenic Oracle in this beautiful Cosmic Eye tarot bag, which I love. I am so stinking excited about this. I have been having such a deity deck moment the past few months. It has been so exciting to me. I don't know what it is. So I really wanted to give Thea at Garden Goddess Tarot's Hellenic Oracle a try, because I've always loved the look of it, but just wasn't sure because I just don't know that much about Greek mythology, or so I thought, honestly, because now when I'm looking up these cards to get to a meaning, like, I know what they are, you know? So I don't know what I was saying in my own brain, but This deck is such a beautiful reader. Oh my gosh, I have had such an obsession with it. It's insane. So this is just the regular base deck, I suppose. I have no doubt I will be getting the expansion soon as well, next time I do an order on Make Playing Cards. But this one, it's so fantastic. It just, as Thea has described it, it just keeps going. There's just so many cards, even without the expansion. And I just love how there's such an even balance of gods and goddesses, because you don't really have any other decks that do that, which is unfortunate. But yeah, this has been an absolute favorite. And something about the experience of using this one, like, look at the back. Something about it feels mysterious in the best kind of way. I don't know how to explain that feeling, but it's so good. It's so good. Okay. Last but not least, I have a favorite pairing from the month to show. And that is the Oracle of the Roses from Rockpool by Sherilyn Darcy and the Touchstone Tarot by Kat Black. I have started for my morning readings doing single card draws, one Oracle and one Tarot. And that's been a really cool practice for me to engage in, because I think it brings the message down to be a bit more general for like a morning reading. Because I'm looking for like, okay, how's my day gonna go? You know? Anyway, let's see how I do trying to show these at the same time. Preparing myself. Okay, but just these two decks look so amazing together. I mean, come on, right? Not only that, they also read super well together. It feels like they're speaking to each other, but I have just been so obsessed with using this pair, and it's one of those where this is what really inspired me to start trying to do like one Oracle, one Tarot card, because it just really felt like that's all I needed with these two decks. Because the Touchstone Tarot is that Oracle size, and when I've got a Tarot that's a larger size, pulling more than one card makes the reading feel a bit overwhelming to me. So I don't know what finally made it dawn on me of like, you could just pull one. That's always an option. No one's making you pull 3. And just trying it out with this deck, oh my gosh, isn't it just, it's so good. It's so good. I've really been loving this pairing and using it just constantly since I've had the Touchstone Tarot I had, but this is newer to me. Maybe over the last like 2 weeks, but it's gotten so much play that I had to mention it. Oh my goodness, it's so good. So that is my last favorite I have to show, my last excitement. What have you all been using this month? What kind of fun things did you do? Did you discover a new pairing that you really like? What are you using in April? I don't know. How was your month? Was it good? I hope so. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that. I will be back very soon with the next installment of the Forest of Enchantment guided journey. So yeah, look out for that very soon. But other than that, that's all I have to say today. I hope you're all having a great beginning to your week, and I'll see you again very soon.